Stoma Sports Talk Worldwide. Well, y'all see, I got the empathy cap on. So, you know we about to feel with somebody, right? This is another We Feel With You segment, and it's a very important one to me. It's about my favorite tennis player, female tennis player of all time, Monica Seles, right? Now, I know some people probably don't know Monica Seles. Monica Seles was in the early 90s a very, very formidable tennis player. She came on the scene at a very important time. At the time she came on the scene, let me tell you, you think Mike Tyson, but Steffi Graf was definitely the Mike Tyson of tennis at that time. She was beating everyone 6-1, 6-2, and or 6-1, 6-0. Everybody she was beating pretty much under an hour at the time. It was incredible to watch. This girl came on the scene, Fading Navratilova was still around. I think Chris Everett Lloyd was still around, stuff like that. And then she just took over, and then she didn't really have any competition. Her best competitor was like Gabriela Sabatini, and she just totally dominated her. Sabatini would win here or there. Maybe let's say I didn't check it, but maybe like once every 8 matches, Sabatini might get a set here or there. But she was basically dominated. The Yana Novotnas of the world, the Conchita Martinez, the Sanchez, Vicario, uh, all those players are dominated by Steffi Graf. They might have won here or there, but most of the time they're happy if they got a set or took her to 7-5. Steffi was extremely dominant. And along comes this little girl, 16, 17-year-old from Yugoslavia. She's also a citizen of America and Hungary, right? But she was from Yugoslavia, coming on the scene. Little skinny old girl, right? And she was hitting those balls real flat and real straight, from both wings with 2 hands, right? And she came in there and she gave Steffi all she could handle, okay? And a lot more, right? Matter of fact, when she came on in 1990, she won that French Open. She was the youngest French Open winner of all time, right? So after that, from 90 to 93, right, she won, I think, 7 Grand Slams, or 8 in that time. 8 Grand Slams in a 3-year period. So that's telling you how many she was winning. Because she wasn't winning Wimbledon, right? She never could get that done. She was getting there, but she couldn't get that done. But in 1993, something incredible happened in Hamburg, Germany. She was stabbed on the court by a guy named Gunther Posch, right? Gunther Posch stabbed the lady, and he said, you know why he said it? He said, because I wanted Steffi Graf to be #1 again. At this time, Monica Seles she was so far ahead in the rankings, #1. She was #1 at the world at the time, and Graf was #2. And when this happened, she was so far ahead that she could have took a 6-month break, didn't play a tournament, and would have still been #1. She was that far ahead because prior to that, she had won 7 of the last 9 Grand Slams. So she was really hot, and she had won the 93 Australian Open. So they were about to go into the French Open, and the guy said, hey, boom, let me stab her because my girl's not going to be #1 no more or win Grand Slam tournaments. And he got a suspended sentence because of dementia. He got away with it, right? Now, this is an injustice for the things that occurred even after. That's unjust, first of all, to stab a lady on the tennis court for that reason and nothing happens to her, right? Now, this is why I say always that Steffi Graf's Grand Slam wins after that, which were 11. After this happened to Monica Seles, she basically never was the same. Okay, you got stabbed on court with your back turned to someone as a little baby, about 18 years old at the time, or 18 and a half or something, and you never become the same. She took a couple of years off, everything. But what happens is the WTA, Women's Tennis Association, wants to maybe freeze her points or put an asterisk next to the next lady's name until she gets back. She can be #1 when she gets back because it wasn't an injury, right? And do you know that 9 of the top 10 tennis players were against that, right? That's what the only one that wasn't against it was Gabriela Sabatini. All other ones were against that. Now, your colleague just got stabbed on the court, which could have happened to you. She's #1 by far, and we can't freeze her points. Let me tell you, at that time, I was outraged. I'm talking about I was trying to send Monica something. Monica, we ain't forgot you, 'cause women tennis, it ain't without you, right? Those lyrics ain't good right now, but let me tell you, about 93, 94, when you really upset, that's how I felt. Monica, we ain't forgot you, 'cause women's tennis, it ain't without you, right? And so these things happen. Steffi goes on to win 11 more Grand Slams. Monica comes back maybe 2.5 years later and wins another Grand Slam, but she was really never the same player, right? And so she stopped in 2003, I think it was, and officially retired in 2008. But that irks me to the day. Now, this is 20 years ago. And I told you guys, the We Feel Witchy segment is about injustice. It doesn't have to be anything current. It don't have to be popping off right now. This is something that meant a lot to me because, like I said at the beginning of this video, this is my favorite tennis player of all time, female, right? She's closely followed behind Martina Navratilova. Then you got Venus and Serena in that order. Now, Serena, at the end of all this, is going to be my favorite, okay? At the end of all this, because she's going to hit about 25 Grand Slams, and there's no denying that. But at the time that Monica Seles came, if we didn't have her, no one else would have beat Steffi Graf because they were afraid. They were already intimidated when they hit the court, right? First break point, they lose it. And then that's the end of the match. Wasn't no coming back, right? This girl concentrated on hitting the ball flat from both wings and attacked Steffi Graf. And it was something we needed. It was something like Holyfield when he defeated Mike Tyson. More than Buster Douglas. That was, a one-time thing. But losing to Evander Holyfield, that was a little different, right? And with somebody who you knew if they fought a few times, Holyfield was going to have a chance every time, right? It was a little bit different. And that was the same thing with Monica Seles. I lived it. I saw it. I felt what happened. And till this day, it irks me that she's not highly regarded, even more so than she is. She's in the Hall of Fame, but when we see that Serena Williams has to win 23 Grand Slams, no one ever talks about Steffi's Grand Slam from 12 to 22, were because this lady was not there. And let me tell you guys straight up, Australian Open, French Open, and U.S. Open, Monica Seles at that point was the favorite. Only Wimbledon. I think she made a Wimbledon final because she was learning that you got to learn that grass, right? Everywhere else, she was the favorite. So imagine if she was around, Steffi Graf would have never gotten close to 22 Grand Slams, right? No way, because she had 11 or 12 at the time. Think about it, right? When somebody has your number, you can't win those tournaments. You might have won instead of 11. She probably would have still got 3 or 4 because Steffi's a great athlete. It's not against Steffi. This is pro Monica Seles. I think a lot of people do your homework. Go look at little highlights. Give the girl a little love because if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have no competitive tennis in the early 90s. Let me tell you, because it was a one-way street, one-way dominance. So I feel obligated to say something about Monica Seles. I've been hitting at it for a long time, but it's close to my heart. I know the lady's doing well nowadays, married, happily married, and somebody got some money, can't never hurt, I guess. So, more power to you. Congratulations on your life and your tennis career that you had. And most importantly is Monica Seles, we feel with you. Doing Sports Talk worldwide, and I'm up out of here.